Be wary of fires. Be wary of thieves. Love interest that amounts to nothing. Training montage. Assassination.
I keep forgetting what you're doing.
Assassination, in brackets, attempt.
There's just enough confusion for him to get through like 3 before you remember again.
Actual dragon. Self-sacrifice. Melodramatic
I feel like I need to just go down the bingo list and write a game based on these.
Oh god, I fucking would. Matt, I would play in this.
Killing the whole village.
You know, Matt, here's the trick though. You can't do it as in like an old-fashioned one. You have to do this in the No More Heroes style.
I could do that. Oh man, we got a free gun.
I just like one of these cards is just kill the whole village.
Yeah. No, that happens.
Jump cut to symbolic act. Iron skin - invincibility.
Invincibility, yeah. That happens in that happens in Crippled Masters actually.
That also happens
in
Battle Wizard.
Well, in Crippled Masters it's funny because the guys, like the dudes, when they punch the guy, it makes the sound of like a hammer like hitting an anvil.
Also in the clones of Bruce Lee.
What?
The famous Bruceploitation movie. Bruceploitation was in fact its own genre, soon after the tragic death of Bruce Lee.
Oh yeah, okay, that makes sense.
Like, you got like a lot of off-brand Bruce Lee. Actually, it might have even started before he died. You just started getting like off-brand Bruce Lees, like Dragon Lee or something like that. And one of them was the clones of Bruce Lee, where they clone through Bruce Lee's 3 times, no more. And they go on missions.
Nice.
One of them involves a guy who can turn people's skin into bronze. And he has his bronze men fight people. And then the Bruce Lees have to shove delicious poison in their mouth. Which they chew and eat because it's delicious. By the way, fight with poison is a fucking square on these. Including super poison.
Also, why are you just constantly shooting these?
Probably to level up my gun. Yeah.
See, here's the thing, Matt. This entire game, as good and varied and weird as it is like at least a half grinding.
Okay, I couldn't remember what we were actually getting experience for.
Well, see, that's the thing. If we're not swapping to anything else, if you don't swap to someone else, you get experience for the weapon you use to kill them. Whatever gets the finishing
Is it
blow.
the weapon that now could you actually like hit them and then oh man.
Sorry, my lamp dropped on my desk.
Oh, okay.
You can like lower something down to next to nothing with like a melee attack. And
so it's just what does the killing
blow? Yes, it is MOBA rules. It's last hitting.
Yeah,
Did you say MOBA rules?
Yeah, you heard me, bitch.
Yeah. As right now we're jungling. And you see, what you can get Steven upgrades to turn him into a pudge. The 2 constants of MOBAs. Jungle and pudge.
Of course.
I mean, fucking even...
God, I fear for the day they make a MOBA where you can be a jungle pudge.
I think I saw that movie.
It's called Predator.
Is Scorpion a pudge?
I mean, he doesn't have the tank part of being a pudge, but he does have the get over here part of being a pudge.
Yeah. Which I think is, if he just gained some weight, became a hefty boy, he would be a pudge.
If he became a heavier boy, he would definitely be a pudge.
But he can't because he's mostly skeleton, because he's undead. And
well, so is Pudge, but he's not a skeleton, to be, so...
Yeah, well, Scorpion has a skull face, and he has to kill Sub-Zero and or train Sub-Zero.
It's too
depending
late.
on which Sub-Zero.
It is far too late. He is not Big Bone.
He is not a Big Bone. Oh man, Bell Trigger.
But so... Yeah, so it either works on last hit rules, or if you swap to being one of the 2 main characters that have 2 weapons, after killing someone else, they will then evenly split between their two weapons.
Also, man, belt trigger is a gun that looks a lot more like a gun.
Yeah, we're starting to get actual guns here.
We're starting, yeah, not a trumpet that shoots bullets. Wait,
However,
did you just spectrumize repair powder?
Yeah, you can do that.
You can do that, and it's actually semi-important too, because that gives durability.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, that's what.
There aren't too many ways to get durability. Like, there's durability crystals, but they're not particularly common.
Yeah, they're somewhat rare boys. I was trying to think about
durability. Oh, sorry, you go.
No, I was trying to think of someone else who I remembered I should ask you if the punch or not.
We'll keep thinking on that. But yeah, durability is a stat that does go up at the weapon levels inherently, but you can increase it faster by giving it actual durability to stat.
Okay.
This is not just because you want more durability, it is also because some weapons do need certain durability levels to be upgraded.
Oh, huh. Okay, so durability is also a prereq.
Yeah, it is just a stat. Like, power is still just a stat, which comes up with levels, but you also have power crystal. Power crystal.
Power crystals.
Power stone! Oh no!
Oh, it was a great Sega Saturn game. And he's just juking you.
Skeleton's putting on the moves. Unfortunately, not as good as the moves as the Skeleton in Game 1, where you fought him in a DDR boss battle.
Or the skeletons in the graveyard from Dark Souls.
If you didn't know that, by the way, Matt, some of the boss battles in Dark Cloud 1 were like DDR rhythm games.
Huh, I
did not know that either.
The first boss in the game is a DDR boss fight, I'm not even kidding.
Oh, so
Man,
it's like the ultimate boss fight of the final ending of a Drakengard.
In a sense, but a lot easier and faster.
And less out of nowhere.
You know, I'd say about equally out of nowhere. Less the boss is
I
out
don't
of
know.
nowhere,
You're
more
not.
the DDR
Are you fighting the
parts equally.
skeleton above actual ass Tokyo?
Oh, no. The appearance of the boss is much more reasonable. It's just the DDR is about equally out of nowhere.
Nobody ever expects DDR. Nobody.
No one ever expects the Dance Dance Inquisition.
The DDI. It's like a super kick into a
The
DDT.
Diddy, if you will.
By the way, I recently purchased, like, someone recently purchased, a pre-ordered, you know, for all that DLC, WWE 2K17.
Sick.
Mostly on, like, impulse. Kind of like for the same reason I bought, like, $100 worth of Sim 4 stuff for Christmas to myself.
That's a lot of Civ 4.
Sim 4. The Sims. The game.
Okay. I guess it's better than buying like $100 of Railworks trains.
Yeah, you know, I bet the people who did that are happy with their purchase.
Yeah, no. If they were to be really happy, I think there's like $3,000 worth of trains on Railworks.
Train people can get weird. Like, train fandom is a very weird fandom. And not just like model
Just gonna
trains,
mark
like,
this training montage right off my bingo sheet.
Oh, yeah. Let's see, let me check the bingo sheet again. Punch across room. Narrow window of time to accomplish goal. Bloodless fight. Pity killing. Umbrella fight. Badass ladies. Well, you can cross that one off if you have it.
All I need now
I
is
feel like- I
effortless
feel-
ass-kicking, a dangerous forbidden technique, and pity killing.
Also, bloodless fight that happened. There's a lot
That's
of
true,
those.
we've been fighting skeletons, so they can't bleed.
Intentional physical comedy. Break everything on set. Pupil/child betrayed.
So what are we fishing for?
Oh yeah, the thing for that one guy. We need to get out of the way to do to complete the sheriff's wacky race.
Oh right, yeah, we need to
Speaking of
get that.
wacky races, did you know they're making a new comic about Snagglepuss where he's a gay Broadway actor in the 50s?
Who's Snagglepuss?
That was my thought too.
I've heard the name. I don't know that character.
Murgatroyd, exit, stage left. That guy. He was one of the Hanna-Barbera animals.
Right, yeah, one of the less popular Hanna-Barberas.
He's the not Pink Panther.
Okay, that's who I thought it was.
Yes, that's Snagglepuss.
Alright, so we got a Frisk Clean.
He hangs out with Yogi Bear and Huckleberry and sometimes.
Right.
And those.
So you're getting a sexy Archie Comics reboot?
No. Well, first off, Archie Comics and the fucking the sexy Archie TV show are completely different materials. For one, in Archie Comics, Jughead is asexual, I think.
Now, question: when you say sexy Archie TV show, is that actually like a self-described adjective, or is that one you're adding there?
Well, in the TV show,
it's on the CW, so make your own judgments.
It's a very CW show, and they described the main difference is while in the TV show they described Jughead as wanting nothing but sex. In the comics, they say he's asexual because nothing can match fucking his love for hamburgers.
Wait, I have not heard of this until just now, and I'm looking through this.
I think he's asexual for a lot more legit reasons other than...
I never realized how much I needed a Monster Hearts version of Archie Comics before, but here we are.
Yeah, like they had, for Archie Comics, they actually had like two separate Archie Comics going along, each with what if Archie married Betty, one if he married Veronica, and they both conjoined when he fucking died. And then I think they rebooted, or something.
Is that following Archie Meets the Punisher?
I think that was maybe following Archie Meets the Predator. Which was another comic they did.
Right, I forgot that one happened.
And you know that one is a recent one because when the Predator looks at the girls through thermal vision, like he has emojis on them.
God.
Because Archie is also kind of well aware where it comes from. Like Archie still drives his old ass fucking car.
Yeah, because that's his car. That's his signature. And Jughead still has like weird crown made of a fedora and a bunch of bottle caps.
Yeah, and he still fucking love hamburgers. Fun
well,
fact,
I mean
Sabrina,
that's a thing that transcends time.
It's either him or fucking Wimpy from Popeye, who is the biological father of May and McCheese.
This is all canon, by the way.
Also, speaking of canon, Sabrina the Teenage Witch comes from Archie.
I do remember that, actually.
Yeah, and it still shows up in the comics and stuff. That is where she...
So what are we actually trying to catch here?
The kid at the fucking burbot at the pier needs a specific size and type of fish.
He hasn't a particularly sizable nonky.
Yeah, nonky, yeah. That nonky is the one.
Ooh, baby, give him that nonky punch.
Nonky's the one if you want to have so much fun. I'd say anything over about 2 feet would do. Well, we just caught a 41-inch fish. But it wasn't the right one.
Also, what's the name of the sweater that's a meme now, where it's like backless? You know, it's the opposite of the titty sweater.
I don't know. I didn't know this existed.
Yeah, there's a new sweater meme. It's like a sweater that has no back. It's just like it has a back just above your butt. And like it's new meme. The new meme sweater. It's like an apron, basically.
Okay, and also the first store that sells them is called Polyvore. Yeah.
How'd you find it? I could not Google it for the life of me and find it.
I just googled backless sweater.
You sure you're finding the right one?
Probably not, but I just want to point out that the first store I found that sells them is called Polyvore.
Listen, sometimes...
For when you really just want to devour everyone you're in a relationship with.
Sometimes some people can handle multiple relationships inside their mouth.
Some people can fit multiple bodies inside their stomach at once. Don't judge.
That's the third Archie reboot. It all just takes place inside of Jughead.
Please, that's the Dirk. Oh, by the way, the
inside story.
The Snagglepush thing is done by the same guy who did the recent Dirk satirical Flintstones comics.
Oh right.
You know where
the ones with really sexy Barney Rubble.
Well, really sexy everyone.
Yeah, sexy everybody.
Fred Flintstone. He's kind of ripped when he's talking about how he's in a dead end job and something about tree ethnic cleansing or something.
I don't know. I've just seen pictures of it.
I'm hoping that ends though with the reveal that the Flintstones live on the fucking ground of the fucking Jetsons.
Jetson planet.
That is the fucking. I don't care what Flintstones Meet the Jetsons says. There was no time travel in that special. It was actually just a fucking cover up. The people need to know.
People need to know about what you don't know about Big
Dinosaurs
Jet.
did not exist at the same time as fucking cavemen. The only explanation is nuclear war, and also maybe a fucking.
This is what they're not telling you about Big Jetson.
Where are the feathers on Dino?
Also, I just realized we're catching fish.
Brontosauruses were a fucking fake ass dinosaur, anyways.
Also, just realized we're catching fish in centimeters, but our requirements are in feet.
Don't worry about it.
So now I gotta do the times 2.54 conversion to figure out how many inches my fish is.
Yeah, hey, how do you know if those metric and imperial systems are the same as ours?
I'm hoping the game is translating it into something I understand. Otherwise, these requirements are bunk.
Well, yeah, bigger numbers mean larger fish. That's all it needs to do, Matt.
Yeah, but the guy needs a fish over 2 feet long.
Also, this is who replaces Sword Lady.
Oh, good. She has no emotions or reactions.
Well, no.
She just stands there all day.
Yeah, she's Melina's little sister.
I don't know the first thing about weapons.
No.
Oh, I didn't realize the gun... Man, how long have we been doing this? I didn't realize the gun repair powder is a separate item from all the other repair powders. That repair powder is in fact specific to weapon.
Yes, because you can't load a sword with bullets, Matt.
Look, it's an ambiguous thing. I figured if we call it repair powder, it just works for everything.
And you can't...
Look, Matt. The gun repair powder is probably just gunpowder, if we're being real here.
Yeah. Or, well, like...
What's sword repair powder, then?
Like, fucking, the shit you use, like, titanium
What's bracelet repair powder?
That's magic
cocaine.
dust. The same thing, Max.
I mean, really, yeah.
Just ask Snowflame, the super villain who was powered by cocaine.
I think we talked about this before.
Oh, and for good reason.
He was kind of the most memorable part of that comic line.
The only important part.
Well, also, there was a fucking villain called the Hemogoblin, and they were worried that it would have given them AIDS. Because that comic was really about the issues, with also a guy who was super powered by cocaine. You see, that's to show you cocaine's bad.
It's really tuned into the 80s.
I think it was actually 90s.
Okay, then it's very tuned behind where it was published.
Well, the Dark Age comics was, like, late 80s, early 90s.
I think Iron Age started the late 70s.
No, that was Bronze Age. That is when Stacy died. The Iron Age started with Watchmen, or Dark Knight Returns, which you take your pick. Like, if Iron and Bronze Age started when Gwen Stacy's for real died, and it was kind of Peter Parker's fault.
Quick, give me, the paint wizard, the ability to create my waifu in real life.
You just hand him like a Dakimakura.
Alright, now, since we can buy that at the store, but we got it from Egg, so which is good.
The true pain here is if you completed his picture properly, he would also pop out too, and therefore Paint Him and Paint Her would have a much better life than actual him. However, he's only a good enough artist to paint one person well. Which works out to him and his weird Pygmalion fantasies.
Yes, the Stepford paints.
So as I said,
also joined our party.
Yeah, and as I said, they will be in separate houses if they need to move in somewhere.
Look, alright, they're waiting till they can get married.
To be fair, I don't even know if they could reproduce. One being made out of paint. Or something, a Toon World situation happens, and we don't want that.
Yeah, we get the original script for Cool World.
No, also in the actual movie Cool World, he he still has sex with the paint, like the cartoon girl, and she becomes real. And that's bad for some reason. And then they both become cartoons. And then also the famous guy who's in that movie comes a cartoon for no reason. I
just like the and I'm gonna explain this for our viewers. There's apparently there was an unused script for Cool World, which was supposed to be like a body horror film about a man who has a half human, half cartoon daughter.
Yeah. And then it got changed, and when the person who wrote like the script gets heard, it got changed. She punched an exec, apparently.
It would have been way cooler, to be honest, though.
Yeah, but then again,
Cooler
Monkey
world.
Bones. Like
sequel.
Well, okay, they are, as we know, they are similar. Monkey Bones is kind of a truer Cool World when you think about it.
The coolest world. Also, I want to see what we make out of Waterfall.
I want to point out also that if he had a half-cartoon daughter, that means he already got down to the fucky with a cartoon.
Yeah, that's the point.
Yeah, that happened before the movie started.
I mean, that's just worth noting on the record that no matter what universe we're in, this man bangs a cartoon.
I mean,
yes, but at least in one of them, it is disastrous, and the other one it is only temporarily disastrous for unknown reasons. The first draft, it had a very real, very like fucking, you know.
It's like Eraserhead, but cartoon.
You're correct,
Yeah.
Charlie. Incredibly fucking.
There's nothing credible about this fuck.
Back to the drawing boards. Get a more realistic fuck here.
Just get deep in that fuck.